What's going on, guys? TJ here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a few weeks since I last did a video. I apologize for that. But as I always say, life gets in the way. I am that now, though, and I hope to start doing more videos regularly. The month of March has been a little bit crazy for me, but hopefully from here on out, things get a little bit more conducive to me doing videos. Let's put it that way. So, I think it's pretty obvious the topic on everyone's minds these days, if you're watching the current news situation at all, is of course the coronavirus. And hopefully, you're like me and you are not going into a full mass hysteria mode. Unfortunately, I have a bad feeling that some people are. But for the rest of us that are keeping a calm, cool head about this, we can look at things like how it's affecting the tech industry from an objective standpoint, and it's interesting to say the least. I'm really glad that Apple chose to do WWDC 2020 in a digital-only format. If you haven't already seen the news, I guess you have now. Earlier this week, they announced the digital-only format, which is probably came as a disappointment to those who always look forward to the event, but it really is for the best of everybody in terms of health and wellness, and to hopefully ease the spread of this, or not ease, but hope to avoid the spread, I should say, of this virus. And who knows, by June this could all be, I don't want to say blown over, but hopefully that is the case. By June, things are really settled down, because I know it is quite the topic in everyone's minds. I guess I'll actually go back to this page for a second. This is the CDC's website, of course, and I encourage everyone to take a little gander at this website and just read it. And education is key to avoiding mass hysteria. And by saying that, I do not mean to say that no one should be concerned, or that no one should take precautions, because that's obviously not the case, because both things are true. You should have some concern, but that concern should not lead to fear. It should lead to mindfulness. It does mean sanitizing your hands when you go out in public. Washing your hands with soap and water is always the best way. Let's face it, sometimes you just can't get to a sink with soap and water. So, the next best thing is hand sanitizer, which, if your area is like my area, most places are now sold out. So that is a concern. But if you have hand sanitizer, I luckily found one big bottle of Germ-X at my local Dollar General, which is like a convenience style chain, and I'm sure everyone probably knows Dollar General. But anyhow, I got one big bottle of Germ-X at Dollar General, so I'm feeling pretty lucky, I guess, which I never thought I would be saying that hand sanitizer is like a hot item now, but apparently it is. Which is really sad. I will say that. It is a sad statement about society when people start buying tons and tons of toilet paper and hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies, and buying it in such bulk amounts that other people can't just get wrong. That's what kills me. It's like, why buy things in bulk? That is the most dramatic, unnecessary reaction to this health situation that I can think of. Because it's true that this virus is a concern, especially for people with weak immune systems, underlying health conditions. If you're elderly especially, yes, this is a concern. This is a reason to not panic. Even those people shouldn't panic, but they should be very mindful of where they're going. Perhaps do a limited interaction in public gatherings for the time being. I think that's perfectly reasonable. But to be insane about this, and to create that level of mass hysteria does nothing to help anyone. So that's my little spiel about that. I just had to say this because it really is insane to me that you can't go into any stores right now and hardly get any toilet paper, especially no hand sanitizer, especially no cleaning supplies like Clorox or Lysol wipes, which I like to use anyway. It's just really crazy. So I guess if I can have any impact on anything, if you're watching this, please don't go out and bulk buy all these things. Leave some for other people when they do eventually come back and stop. That's all I can say about that. In terms of the coronavirus in general, I'm not going to sit here and read the whole website to you, but as you will read, there have been all kinds of human coronaviruses throughout the years. This is nothing. This particular strain is new, but coronaviruses have existed in the past. Now, this is a new strain, and again, it's a respiratory illness, so it can be very dangerous. Like I said earlier, if you have a compromised or a weak immune system, or you're elderly, or you have underlying health issues. So certainly do take it seriously and have that concern in the back of your mind. But at the same time, don't panic. Don't fall into the mass hysteria that some parts of society seem to be falling into. Because again, that really doesn't help anyone. So that's my spiel about that. Now, going back to the tech side of this health situation, as I mentioned at the start of the video, WWDC 2020 is now digital only, and I give Apple a lot of credit for this, and I'm glad to see that Apple is not shutting down everything entirely and just saying, forget it. I'm glad that's not the case. Now, one way that we do have to wonder how this is going to impact other aspects of Apple specifically would be, we know that there's a rumored event happening for the end of March. Now, I have no clue if Apple still plans on doing that event, but just doing it digital only. If they're not going to announce anything at all, no one seems to know. Now, what is due to be updated in terms of Apple products would be MacBook Air. The 13-inch MacBook Pros are rumored to get updated as well. There's rumored to be the new wireless, I guess you'd call them the tags, the like Tile. If you don't know what that is, Tile is a product that is like a wireless beacon where you can put on different things to, if you lose them, you can just wirelessly find them with your phone. So Apple has their own version of that product coming out that was rumored to be announced sometime soon. But again, with this coronavirus situation, I don't know what's going to happen. Most exciting to me, though, would be the new iPad Pros. Now, these new iPad Pros, just to tell you guys very quickly, are supposed to be same design, but with a new time-of-flight camera, which will basically is an LED or a laser that shoots out, and it just allows instantaneous mapping of something in its view, so that it's really ideal for something like augmented reality. But the other key aspect to that upgrade to the cameras for the iPad Pro would be it would get that ultra-wide lens that we got in the 11 and 11 Pro Max last year. So that's pretty cool. Now again, this is all contingent on what happens in the supply chain, and if we're going to see that because of the coronavirus at all, I don't know. Now, going back to how it impacts Apple in a general sense, so we know that we're going to see WWDC digitally, but will we still see products be announced on time and released on time in the fall is another question. Hopefully the answer is yes. But we have, of course, the iPhone 12 that is assumed to be announced in its usual time, which is September. And, of course, there was also the iPhone 9 that was supposed to be announced around this time right now, in March sometime. I don't know if they will still do that as well. They could announce it, but just not release it to be shipped until later on. But I feel like, in terms of Apple, they are probably, of all the tech giants, they are the most capable of handling this coronavirus situation while also keeping consumers happy. Which I know sounds ridiculous in a time like this, but there is that healthy balance between keeping customers happy. They have to keep their stockholders happy. And you might say, well, that's the least important, but, it still isn't important. Life has to still go on, and products have to be shipped, and things have to happen. Not that Apple can't afford to take losses, because they certainly can afford it. Apple could take years of losses and still be relatively undamaged. But the thing is that they don't want that, and we all know that. So hopefully we don't see too much displaced product announcements and things like that from this health situation. Now, moving on from Apple for a second, we saw other companies that did the same thing. Facebook's F8 conference is now canceled due to the coronavirus, and the same goes for Google I/O. So, because the World Health Organization labeled coronavirus an international pandemic, I think that really got the ball rolling in terms of tech giants like Google and Apple and Facebook taking it dead seriously. And I think Apple was taking it seriously regardless. I'm just saying, when it was declared a pandemic, that's really what caused all this, this domino effect, if you will. So, I don't want to make this video too awfully long. I just wanted to update everyone on what's going on and how the health situation is impacting the tech industry. I will, of course, post more videos as time goes on. If we do find out anything about any potential keynotes in Apple at the end of this month, I will, of course, update you guys on that. But until then, this is my little update for you guys, and if you enjoyed my videos, please hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, feel free to give it a thumbs down, that's fine. I appreciate the interaction either way, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, peace out for now.